welcome back to my channel and to another video. I hope you're all doing really well. So in this video today I'm going to be discussing, as you've probably seen, how some of my listings were affected recently on Etsy with regards to being taken down for being counterfeit listings. So without any further ado, let's jump straight on in. So last week I was on holiday and I put my Etsy store into holiday mode, and my plan was about 3 days before I come back off holiday to turn everything back on and start my shop up and running again. Now what I'd also done before I left the UK was to get myself some listings ready. I'd done some drafts and got them all ready to go so that as soon as I turned my shop back on I would be able to list a new listing once or twice a day and hopefully start getting the spiders to crawl over my store and see what I changed, and maybe that would start helping my search ranking to improve after being on holiday mode for a little bit. So on Friday night I decided that enough was enough. I was going to turn everything back on. So at about 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon I turned my store back on. I took off the holiday mode and took off all the messages to say that I was on holiday, and then the next morning, on Saturday morning, I listed my first draft item that I prepared before I went away. So I thought nothing more of it, left it as it was, and orders did start coming through. So if you're wondering if holiday mode affects your store, then from my personal opinion I'm not too sure that it does all that much, but I will do a video on this subject separately, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in that. So I left my store then to it, and then on the night on Saturday I was just browsing my emails after dinner just to see if I'd had anything interesting come in, and sure enough there was an email from Etsy, and I'm going to show that to you now. So this is the email that I got from Etsy, and it says, "Important note from Etsy, your listing is under review. This is a message from Etsy regarding your shop. We're getting in touch to let you know that our system has removed one or more of your listings as a potential counterfeit or unauthorised item." Now if you know what I sell, or you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I sell cake toppers, and how on earth a cake topper could be seen as counterfeit or unauthorised just boggled my mind entirely. But of course I still panicked, because obviously it's a natural reaction. I just started thinking what I could have possibly done wrong, and how could it possibly be seen as counterfeit. But the only thing I could think was maybe it was my tags or my titles that had been picked up by the bots that are going over Etsy to see what's going on the site. So it goes on to further say, "We're in the process of reviewing the deactivated listings. Please do not remove or edit your listing while it's under review." So I was thinking, that's interesting. It says you can view your deactivated listings here. This is actually a link, but because I was out of the country I couldn't actually use that link because I didn't have any cell service on my phone, so I couldn't receive a one-time passcode or OTP to my phone to actually be able to go on there and see exactly what listing it was that was deactivated. So I didn't really know what to do next. It does say if a listing is reinstated following our review, it should be available within 10 business days, or that may be longer under certain circumstances. So the next thing that it says, which really worried me, was that if a listing is not reinstated following our review, this notice will serve as policy violation warning, which means you can lose your star seller badge. Now I've had the star seller badge since November last year, when my store started to really sort of take off and I was getting regular sales, and I am one of those people that loves a sticker. I was the kid at school that loved a sticker, a gold star, a well done, that sort of thing, and that is what star seller represents to me, and I still want that sticker on my shop. So to see that they would take that away from me for something that I feel personally I hadn't done anything wrong with was absolutely horrifying at this point. It also says that they may place a payment reserve on your account. Now I've had this before. When I first started my shop I had a payment reserve on there, and it was on there for about 3 months or so, and all they do is they keep a certain portion of your revenue from each sale, and it goes into a reserve. They don't take it away, you do still receive it, but it just means that you get paid with a delay before you actually receive your money. So at the moment on Etsy, I get paid every Monday. I can set it up to get paid every day if I want to. I can have it done weekly, two weekly. I can have it done whatever scheduling process I want. But if you've got a payment reserve on your account, it means that they hold your funds. Now, this is okay if you're selling something that is relatively cheap to produce, but if you have items on your shop which are high value items that it takes a lot of cost before you actually even make it or sell it, if they then keep your payments, then that means that you're not going to have any money as cash flow to use for your business. So it is pretty bad. And then it does say, please review remaining listings, ensure you're not making use of any third-party branding or content without their permission. So that is another thing that I've thought about, but I know I don't use anything in my pictures, whereas I know a few people had mentioned recently that they have used, like, say, a Gucci logo, or what was the other one? It was a perfume, Chanel. The Chanel logo in their pictures for their lifestyle branding. I don't do any of that, so it was not that. And that was about it, really. So then I decided I was going to try and find out exactly what it was that was wrong. So once I'd read through all that information, the first thing I wanted to do really was find out what the actual listing was that there was a problem with. And obviously, because I couldn't get the OTP come through to me, I needed to find out a different way. So what I did was go onto my Etsy store. I'm going to show you that now. So I just went onto my Etsy seller, and if you are looking at your listings, you can choose to look at active listings, or you can choose to look at inactive ones. So I thought I might look at the inactive listing status and just see what was there. Now it has gone from there now, because Etsy have actually reinstated the item, but I'm going to show you the item in question. This is the one that there was a problem with. As you can see, it is a personalised custom football cake topper, any colour, glitter card, soccer cake topper, birthday cake is the title. I didn't want to change any of the settings on here, but as you can see, it is just a piece of blue cardstock with Harley and 17 on it, and there are 3 different pictures of that cake topper just taken from different angles. I haven't got any names of any football clubs or anything like that on there. There's no football players' names. There's nothing that could be deemed copyright. There's nothing, no mention of FIFA or anything like that on there. So I was ever so confused as to what had happened with it. Now, I still don't really know, because I did not receive a reply to my email that I then sent to Etsy. They decided not to reply to me. I did send them a little email just to say, I've received this email from you telling me that I've got a counterfeit item on my site, and obviously I don't know what's happened. I don't know why this has come through to me. Can you help? About 4 days later, I checked my shop, and sure enough, it was back there, and it was all on there as it was. Nothing had changed with it. No titles, tags or anything like that had been changed. And it's on there now. If you want to go to my store, you'll be able to see it. But it's not really very good of Etsy, I don't think, to take things off, give you this warning email that's in capital letters to start with, and then you are shocked as to what on earth has happened. And then they don't even reply to you to tell you what's happened or why it was done. So the only thing I can presume is that it was a automatic bot, or the spiders that are crawling the site. They've picked something up, some anomaly that they have in their list of things that they're looking for, and they've just taken it off. And now they've put it back on with no sorry, no, oh, I don't know what happened, no, it won't happen again. And I can guarantee it probably will. But the point of this video is for me to say to you that if you've done nothing wrong, don't panic, because it will get reinstated. It will be shocking to you because you're working hard on this site, and this can happen so easily. It makes me think about trying my own website a lot more seriously, because obviously if they can deactivate one listing, what's to stop them deactivating your whole store and then your whole business is gone? I'm thinking about it seriously. So anybody that uses Shopify, let me know what you think of it. I'm thinking of branching out a little bit and seeing what would happen for maybe 6 months. But yeah, that's about it really. So I hope that you found this video to be interesting and useful, but hopefully you'll never find yourself in the same situation as me. One other thing to say is that if you do have OTP on your account, if you can change it so that it will be going to your email rather than your mobile phone, I would definitely do it, because it made a real nightmare for me not being able to get into my account whilst I was away. But that is all I've got to say on the subject. So thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon for another video. Bye!